Good afternoon, Robert Scribbler. It is July 16th, 2018. Thank you for joining me for another climate change and clean energy video blog. Now, for this segment, I'm going to talk about the devastation that has recently been visited upon Japan in the form of both a serious flood event that resulted in the loss of 210 lives and the forced evacuation of millions of Japanese, and which has also ripped through Japan's infrastructure and cut off power to tens of thousands of people. Following this event, which occurred a little more than a week ago, severe heat has settled into Japan, scorching the same region that was struck by these severe floods. And as a result, you have people who are being confronted with very high heat and humidity in a region where there is little or no access to air-conditioned environments, to climate-controlled environments, for many people and in many locations. And just to give you an example, temperatures recently topped 39 degrees Celsius, which is more than 100 degrees Fahrenheit in Ibigawa, Japan. And these are very high temperatures along with very high humidity, and which makes it very difficult for people to remain cool. And as a result, over 2,000 people have suffered from heat exhaustion and heat stroke, and more than 8 have lost their lives. Now, this combined heat wave, and these are heat index conditions here for Japan, showing temperatures feeling like they're in the range of about 104 degrees Fahrenheit or 40 degrees Celsius, come in conjunction with very warm sea surface temperatures that have been surrounding Japan throughout recent weeks. And these much warmer than normal sea surface temperatures are pumping out a lot of additional moisture, which is increasing humidity around Japan. It's helping to maintain high elevated temperatures over Japan. And much of Japan has experienced between 6 and 8 degrees Celsius above average temperatures over recent days. And a heat wave is defined by a period of time in which temperatures exceed 5 degrees Celsius. So rather severe heat wave conditions for Japan. And just to be clear, a heat wave is considered to be an extended period of high heat in which temperatures exceed 5 degrees Celsius over more than multiple days. Now, these very warm ocean surface temperatures are adding impetus and enabling both very heavy rainfall events and heat wave events for Japan. And this is a climate change related feature. This is something we expect to see as global temperatures continue to warm. Presently, for 2018, global temperatures are in the range of about 1.05 to 1.1 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial averages, and this is off a peak of about 1.22 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial averages during 2016. Now, in the outlying years in late 2018 and early 2019, there's a predicted El Nino, and so these previous records for 2016 are likely to be challenged due to the fact that human fossil fuel emissions are generating ever-increasing levels of heat-trapping gases in the atmosphere, as well as other human greenhouse gas emission sources. Now, these kinds of heat waves have been happening over many land masses throughout the world. So Japan is not unique, but Japan is getting hit very hard by a hard swing between very severe rainfall and severe heat in regions that have lost access to electricity. And these are the kind of compounding effects you can see from climate change. Now, considering the fact that global warming is relatively mild compared to what we expect if human-based carbon emissions continue, this event is a presage of what is to come. It is unfortunately more mild than what we can expect if human-based carbon emissions continue, and not just for Japan, but for highly populated regions around the world. So when people talk about climate crisis, we should understand that severe weather events like the ones that have impacted Japan are happening now. And these severe weather events have climate change-based aspects that feed into their increased severity. And these aspects are visible for anyone who would actually care to look at the background causes of these events. And I'm looking at sea surface temperatures right now off the coast of Japan that are in the range of 1 to 3.5 to as much as 6 degrees Celsius above normal. And these are very warm sea surface temperatures. And again, one of the primary underlying drivers for the extreme weather that we are seeing in Japan today. Thank you for joining me, and I will be chatting with you soon.